Have you ever started your morning feeling like you're no longer quite yourself? Sitting quietly on the edge of the bed, trying to summon the strength to stand. Your hands feel heavier. Your legs respond just a little slower than they used. 2. It's not pain exactly. It's more like your body simply doesn't feel strong anymore. If that resonates with you, I want you to know you're not alone. And this doesn't mean you're weak. It's your body's way of asking for support. After 60, many people begin to experience what's known medically as sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. But here's the important truth. This isn't just a normal part of aging. In fact, science now shows that muscle decline can be slowed and even reversed when we make the right choices. And one of the most surprising discoveries: muscles don't grow when you're active. They rebuild when you rest. Yes, while you sleep, your body performs one of its most vital tasks: repairing micro-damage in your muscles, restoring strength, and activating growth hormone. But that process can't happen efficiently unless your body has the right raw materials. And those materials don't come from just any food. They come from the right kind of evening nutrition, carefully chosen to nourish without burdening your system. As someone who's spent over 2 decades in clinical nutrition and geriatric health, I've seen firsthand how small changes in nighttime eating can lead to powerful results. Many people over 60 assume they need intense workouts to stay strong. But here's what I always tell my patients. Sometimes it starts with a spoon. Tonight, I want to walk you through 4 natural bedtime foods that are gentle on your system, yet remarkably powerful in restoring muscle health. These aren't trendy supplements or expensive products. They're science-backed, accessible, and effective. They support your body's natural protein synthesis during sleep and help improve sleep quality itself. And the last food I'll share? It takes just 1 spoonful before bed, but its effect on muscle recovery has truly surprised many of my older clients. Before we dive in, if you're someone looking for gentle, science-based ways to stay strong after 60, hit the like button, subscribe to Happy Senior, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever tried an evening snack that helped you feel stronger the next morning? I'd love to hear about your experience. Now, let's move forward and explore the nighttime foods that quietly rebuild your strength, one peaceful sleep at a time. Let's begin with food number 1, kiwi. If you followed along with what we discussed in the introduction section, you'll remember that the body doesn't rebuild strength during activity, but during rest. And now I want to introduce you to a small, fuzzy fruit that may look simple, but unlocks that exact door to deeper sleep and nighttime muscle recovery. That fruit is kiwi. To most people, kiwi is just a refreshing snack, soft, sweet tart with a fuzzy brown skin. But beneath that unassuming surface lies a powerful natural ally, especially for those of us over 50 who are trying to hold on to our strength, one peaceful night at a time. When you eat kiwi before bed, you're not just snacking. You're feeding your body the signal to heal. I still remember a quiet conversation over tea with George, a retired 74-year-old teacher, a widower, kind and observant, who told me he hadn't slept through the night in years. "I don't wake up in pain," he said, "but I wake up stiff, like my body fought something all night." He felt sluggish. His legs no longer felt sturdy. His hands had lost that casual strength he once took for granted. George assumed it was just aging, but I offered him something simple: 2 ripe kiwis, 1 hour before bed. No supplements, no complicated regimens. After just 2 weeks, he told me something had changed. He was falling asleep faster, waking up lighter, more rested, and with a spring in his step again. "I don't creak like an old wooden chair anymore," he laughed. "My legs feel like they belong to me again." So, what makes kiwi so special? First, kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally contains melatonin, the hormone your brain uses to signal that it's time to sleep. While many older adults rely on melatonin pills, Kiwi offers a gentler, food-based version that's more naturally absorbed by the body. And studies, like one from Taipei Medical University, have shown that eating kiwi before bed can significantly improve both sleep quality and duration, especially in older adults. But here's what's even more exciting. Deep sleep is when muscle recovery truly happens. During those restful hours, your body repairs tiny tears in muscle tissue, balances hormones, and restores cellular strength. Kiwi doesn't just support sleep, it opens the door to recovery. It also comes loaded with antioxidants like vitamin C and E. Why does that matter? Because as we age, our muscles are more vulnerable to inflammation and oxidative stress, two key drivers of stiffness, aches, and slower movement. Antioxidants help clear that damage, allowing muscle cells to focus on rebuilding rather than fighting inflammation. Vitamin C neutralizes free radicals, and vitamin E protects the integrity of muscle membranes. It's a 1-2 punch for recovery. Kiwi also provides a healthy dose of potassium, which supports muscle contractions and helps prevent those dreaded nighttime leg cramps. If you've ever bolted upright at 3 a.m. from a calf cramp, you'll know how priceless that is, and for those watching their sugar or blood pressure, good news. Kiwi has a low glycemic index, is naturally low in sodium, and is easy to digest. That makes it a safe, gentle option for people managing diabetes or high blood pressure. Despite its sweetness, it won't spike your blood sugar or upset your stomach, especially when eaten ripe. So, what's the best way to enjoy it? Peel 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bed. Eat them slowly, perhaps while reading a calming book or listening to soft music. Turn it into a ritual, something that signals to your body. Rest is coming. Healing is coming. As always, listen to your body. Some people may have slight stomach sensitivity if they're prone to acid issues or eat kiwi on an empty stomach. In those cases, you can pair kiwi with a small serving of plain yogurt to balance the acidity. But for most people, kiwi is soothing, healing, and well tolerated, even helping to calm the nervous system before sleep. So there you have it, the quiet strength of kiwi, a gentle way to drift into deeper sleep and support overnight recovery. A small habit, but one that, over time, can bring you stronger, more energized mornings, both physically and emotionally. Let's continue with the next part, because the next food is just as powerful as kiwi, but comes from a completely different food group. Next up is food number 2. Eggs. If kiwi was the key that gently opens the door to deeper sleep and silent muscle recovery, then eggs are the foundation bricks, steady, humble, and essential for rebuilding strength from the inside out. And here's what many people over 50 are overlooking each night. A single, well-timed egg can dramatically change how you feel in the morning. You might be surprised to hear me suggest eggs in the evening. After all, we've grown up associating eggs with breakfast, fried alongside toast, boiled with porridge, or tucked into a morning sandwich. But from a muscle recovery standpoint for older adults, an evening egg is not just acceptable, it's remarkably effective. Why? Because eggs contain complete protein, meaning they provide all 9 essential amino acids that our bodies can't make on their own. More importantly, they're particularly rich in leucine, a standout amino acid known to trigger the body's muscle-building switch. When you eat an egg, it's as if your body hears a clear message: time to rebuild. And this becomes even more critical with age. A study from the University of Arkansas shows that as we get older, our bodies become less responsive to small amounts of protein. While a 25-year-old can eat a small chicken portion and stimulate muscle repair, someone over 60 may need a higher dose of high-quality protein, especially one rich in leucine, exactly what eggs offer. A single large egg contains about 6 grams of protein and 500 to 600 micrograms of leucine, enough to meaningfully contribute to overnight muscle repair. For many older adults who have light dinners or skip bedtime snacks, a soft-boiled egg 1 hour before bed can be the missing link that helps restore energy and balance by morning. But eggs aren't just about protein. They're also a natural source of vitamin D, which is often deficient in older adults, especially those who spend less time in the sun. Vitamin D does more than support bone strength. It also enhances muscle coordination, balance, and strength, key elements for fall prevention and independence. Pair that with choline, another nutrient found in eggs that supports nerve and brain function, and you have a food that nurtures both movement and mental clarity. I remember a woman named Lean I met at a health seminar. She was 68, cheerful, and always carried fruit to share. She told me that each morning she felt like her legs were cooked spaghetti, shaky and unstable. She avoided late-night snacks, thinking it would help her sleep better. I suggested a simple change. Add a poached egg to her nighttime routine. Not a full meal, just a small warm comfort before bed. 2 weeks later, she said, "I didn't expect it to make a difference, but I no longer feel wobbly in the morning. I actually feel steady." That's the power of the right protein at the right time. It's not about eating a heavy meal at night, not at all. It's about giving your muscles just enough of the right building blocks to repair and regenerate while you sleep. Your body does the work. You simply need to supply the tools. Now, you may be wondering, what about cholesterol? A fair question, especially since eggs have had a rough reputation in the past. But here's what current science shows. For most people, eating an egg a day does not increase heart disease risk. In fact, some studies suggest that eggs can even raise HDL, the good cholesterol. Unless your doctor has specifically advised otherwise, eggs can be a safe, valuable part of your diet, and of course, how you prepare eggs matters. Gentle methods, soft-boiled, poached, steamed, or lightly scrambled with olive oil, make eggs easier to digest and preserve their nutrients. Avoid frying them in butter or adding excess salt, which may upset your stomach or raise blood pressure. And if chewing is a challenge, eggs are one of the easiest proteins to eat. No effort required from your jaw. This habit, a single egg at night, isn't just nutrition. It's your way of standing by your own health. It's your way of saying, "I'm still showing up for myself," quietly, consistently, and with care. Let's move forward, because the next food, while familiar, holds surprising power for healing that most people never expect. Next up is food number 3, pumpkin seeds. After exploring the gentle power of kiwi and the foundational strength of eggs, it's time to shift our focus to one of the most overlooked superfoods sitting quietly in many kitchen cabinets. You might have forgotten it in a jar behind your spice rack, but don't let its size fool you. Pumpkin seeds pack an incredible punch when it comes to nighttime muscle recovery and deep, restorative sleep. Let me tell you about Harold, a 72-year-old, retired gardener whose hands still looked like they belonged in the soil. He came to me with a common concern. "I wake up every morning with tight, heavy legs. I stretch, I move, but it still feels like I haven't rested at all." We reviewed his evening habits, his meals, his sleep routine, and one thing was clearly missing: magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that helps your muscles fully relax. Without enough of it, your body may fall asleep, but your muscles stay partially tense. That's why many people wake up feeling sore despite sleeping a full 8 hours. And guess what? One of the best natural sources of magnesium is pumpkin seeds. Just 1 ounce, about a small handful, delivers roughly 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's remarkable for something so small. And when consumed in the evening, it gives your body the tools it needs to relax physically, not just mentally. But magnesium isn't the only secret weapon in pumpkin seeds. They also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body converts into serotonin, and later into melatonin, the sleep hormone. While tryptophan alone won't knock you out, when paired with magnesium, it becomes a natural powerhouse for supporting deeper, more restorative sleep. And deeper sleep means more growth hormone release, more cellular repair, and yes, more muscle rebuilding overnight, all while you rest under the covers. Now here's where pumpkin seeds truly shine. They're also a solid source of plant-based protein, with about 7 grams per ounce, and come with healthy fats that slow digestion. That means your body receives a slow, steady release of amino acids throughout the night. No spike, no crash, just exactly what aging muscles need for sustained repair and growth. They're also rich in zinc, which helps with tissue repair, immunity, and hormone regulation. This is especially important for men over 60, as zinc is tied directly to healthy testosterone levels, a key factor in maintaining muscle mass and vitality. So, how should you eat pumpkin seeds before bed? Simple. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons is plenty. You can eat them plain or sprinkle them over plain Greek yogurt to add protein and a creamy balance. Some people toast them lightly in a dry pan to bring out the nutty flavor, but that's optional. The key is, choose unsalted seeds. Sodium late at night can disrupt blood pressure control, especially if you're managing hypertension. A small word of caution: pumpkin seeds are calorie-dense, not unhealthy, just concentrated. So be mindful. Don't eat them by the handful. Think of them not as a snack but as a nightly tonic, a nourishing remedy for your muscles and your sleep. Harold took that advice. He added a spoonful of pumpkin seeds to his routine each night. 2 weeks later, he returned smiling. No more waking up stiff. I feel like I actually slept. Everything just flows better. That's the quiet power of the right food at the right time, and that's what I want for you, to feel like you've truly rested. Because sleep isn't just about hours, it's about healing. Let's continue with the next part, because the next food not only calms the nervous system, it also bridges the connection between your physical strength and emotional well-being. Finally, food number 4, cottage cheese. After exploring the magnesium-rich power of pumpkin seeds and how they support muscle relaxation, now we arrive at what I call the quiet champion of nighttime strength. It's not crunchy like a seed, nor sweet like a fruit. It doesn't dazzle or impress visually. But if there's one food that truly works in the background while you sleep, rebuilding the muscle that time tries to steal from you, it's this: cottage cheese. Now, before you wrinkle your nose or dismiss it as something your grandmother used to eat, stay with me, because behind its soft, lumpy texture lies one of the most effective muscle-supporting foods you can eat, especially before bed, and especially after age 60. Let me explain. Cottage cheese contains a special kind of protein called casein, and casein isn't like the protein you get from chicken, fish, or even eggs. It digests slowly. That means your body doesn't burn through it right away. Instead, casein releases amino acids gradually over several hours, gently feeding your muscles throughout the night. Why does that matter? Because while you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. But if you don't have enough circulating amino acids, the raw materials your muscles need, your body may actually begin to break down muscle tissue to support other processes. That's the last thing you want, especially if you're trying to maintain strength and independence as you age. Now imagine giving your body a steady supply of nutrients overnight. That's exactly what a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese can do. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. It doesn't leave you feeling heavy. It simply gets to work, supporting growth, repair, and muscle regeneration, all while you rest. Let me share a real story. My dear friend Martha, age 76, sharp as ever, began to feel her legs weakening. Stairs became more challenging. Getting out of the car required more effort. She was told it was just aging, but that didn't sit right with her, So we made one small change. A small bowl of low-fat cottage cheese, just 2 or 3 tablespoons, about 30 minutes before bedtime. After 3 weeks, she told me, "It's like my body finally got the message. I'm waking up with more energy. I feel grounded again." Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, the same amino acid we talked about with eggs that activates muscle building, but cottage cheese delivers it more slowly over time. Think of it this way. Eggs give you a quick boost. Cottage cheese gives you a long, steady hand that holds you all night. And if you're monitoring your blood sugar, here's more good news. Cottage cheese is naturally low in carbs, especially the plain, low-fat kind. It won't disrupt your insulin levels or cause nighttime crashes. In fact, protein can actually help stabilize blood sugar overnight, a huge win for those with diabetes or prediabetes. Concerned about sodium? Just look for low-sodium options. They're widely available now. And for those watching Heart Health, choose the low-fat or 1% versions to keep saturated fat in check. Let's talk taste. Some people love cottage cheese as is. Others like to mix in a few banana slices, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even a bit of kiwi from earlier. It pairs beautifully. The key is to keep it light and simple. Remember, this isn't a full meal. It's a signal to your body. Here's what you need. Take your time. Repair while I rest. Even one spoonful can make a meaningful difference. And here's the beauty of it. No cooking, no prep, no blender. You don't have to stand at the stove or mix powders. Just open the container, grab a spoon, and quietly, gently nourish your body in the most effortless way. Many older adults think they need to do something big to feel strong again. Intense workouts, strict meal plans, expensive supplements. But the truth is, strength after 60 often comes from quiet consistency in small habits, from knowing what to give your body and when. And when it comes to bedtime, a bit of cottage cheese is like a goodnight hug for your muscles. Let's continue with what matters most. Not dramatic efforts, but gentle choices repeated with care, helping you not just live longer, but live stronger and steadier. And so, we've walked together through 4 simple yet powerful foods, each playing a unique role in your body's quiet recovery as night falls. No strict plans, no pressure, just small intentional choices made with care and consistency. Kiwi to unlock deeper sleep. A boiled egg to spark muscle repair. A spoonful of cottage cheese, a gentle message to your body. And a few pumpkin seeds. Light, but strong enough to carry you through the night. I hope you now see that strength after 60 isn't about doing more. It's about listening to your body and giving it what it needs, at the right time, in the right way. These nightly rituals aren't just habits. They're quiet investments in more energized mornings, steadier movement, and long-term vitality. If this video encouraged you, or gave you something you'd like to try tonight, please share in the comments below. I read every single one. Your story might be exactly what someone else in our Suk Ku 365 community needs to hear. And if you found value here, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the Happy Seniors channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support is what fuels me to keep creating thoughtful, science-backed videos that help you, and so many others, build a healthier, more hopeful life after 60. Remember, you don't need to do everything at once. Just start with one small act of care tonight. That's where strength begins.